This is the secret life of Sasha Obama that no one is noticing. Sasha Obama has lived a very secretive life. From the moment her father became president of the United States, he has done everything to shield her and her sister, Malia, from the public eye. But that hasn't saved Sasha from being the victim of several controversies. In this video, we would look deep at the secret life of the first black president's younger daughter and reveal things you never knew about the 23-year-old. We would also take a peep at her net worth and lavish lifestyle. Firstly, her real name isn't Sasha. Sasha's full name is Natasha Marion Obama. This was not known until 2016 when news outlets reported it, but it still flew under the radar until a Twitter user, Ashley C. Ford, shared it again in 2017. This news sent all of Twitter into a frenzy. One Twitter user commented, "My life is a lie." Natasha was named after a character in Leo Tolstoy's famous novel, War and Peace. She is a typical Gen Z born on June 10, 2001 in Chicago, Illinois, so it is no wonder that she loves being mysterious and keeping people guessing. Unfortunately, just 3 months after she was born, something terrible happened. Sasha faced her first life's battle at just 3 months old. While other babies were dancing in their cots, baby Sasha was fighting for her life. Her father reflected on that terrible experience in a campaign video. "People ask me what was the hardest time in my life. Sasha got meningitis when she was 3 months old," he revealed. "I still remember going to the hospital and they had to give her a spinal tap. Imagine being told your 3-month-old daughter might die if a medical procedure didn't work. And it happened so unexpectedly too." Her mother, Michelle Obama, said Sasha went from being a happy baby to inconsolably crying within an hour. When she wouldn't stop crying, they rushed her to the hospital, and minutes later, she was heading to the emergency room. But if there is anything we have come to know about Sasha, it is that she is a tough fighter. Sasha recovered fully and was soon allowed to return home with her happy family. She lived a pretty normal life with her parents and older sister Malia until January 20th, 2009, when her father, Barack Obama, went from being a normal citizen of the United States to being president of the entire federation. If this came as a surprise to her mother, Michelle Obama, imagine how 7-year-old Sasha must have felt. In a recent interview with 60 Minutes, the former president revealed that Michelle didn't want him to run for president, but he ran anyway, and the news of his win made her feel a tad frustrated. Though she put up with it and forgave him, it was hard convincing his daughters to do the same. But they finally did by leveraging one of Sasha's secret obsessions: puppies. Obama and his wife had to purchase a Portuguese water dog to convince Sasha and Malia to move into the White House. We do not have many videos or pictures that reveal how this period must have been for Sasha, but we dug around and found a very important interview the family gave many years ago. It is, in fact, the only interview the Obamas gave as a family. They sat down with Access Hollywood during the early days of Obama's presidency. One of the first statements to be made during that interview came from little Sasha.
What are we supposed to talk about?
Whatever you like.
In that interview, her mother explained that Sasha enjoyed doing several things as long as it kept her from listening to her father drone on in political spaces. And little Sasha herself confirmed this by saying, "Yep, yep, yep, yep," trying to mimic her father's speeches. Sasha and Malia also had a little spat when Malia called her little sister out for not being very expressive with their father on the phone every time he tried to check up on them when he was away on political assignments. "Come on, Sasha, give Dad a little more attention. You haven't seen him in like 3 days and you're like, bye. I usually try to make conversation." Well, Sasha wasn't having it. She blurted out, "Malia, guess what? You don't sit up straight, I do." And even though that was totally off subject, we got a glimpse of how much the presidency interrupted their family life and even their day-to-day training. Someone was trying to teach the girls to sit straight and be prim and proper in public eye. According to the New York Daily News, Sasha wasn't allowed to watch television or use the computer during the week unless it was for homework. She ate dinner with her family most nights at 6:30 and had her fair share of chores. She also took piano lessons. Her mother explained this at a summit for the Obama Foundation according to InStyle. She said that every misstep for them would be on YouTube. Well, apart from the new rules filled with more don'ts than do's, moving must have been quite intimidating to the young girl. But thankfully, Sasha and her sister had some help. Did you know that former President George Bush's grandchildren gave Sasha and her sister a tour of the White House? Jenna Bush Hager revealed this herself with some throwback photos on Instagram years ago. She and her sister Barbara and their mother Laura could be seen in the photos showing the little girls around the large building and even looking down a balcony. In her caption, she revealed that she drove from her job teaching in Baltimore to meet her mom and sister in D.C. to show the next residents of the White House their new home. They taught the nervous girls how to slide down the banister and all the secrets of the White House they loved as little girls, even the best hiding spots, the movie theater, and the bowling alley. According to Hager, she and her sister also showed Sasha and Malia their rooms. Hager and her sister were little girls when their grandfather was president, so it must have been a huge boost for Sasha to have people who had gone through it show her the ropes. Barbara and I saw ourselves in those little girls. We were the same age that they were when my grandpa became president, so to see their wonder at this historic house and also their nervousness, you just related with them so much, Hager said on the Today Show. Even though that was really sweet, kids need other kids their own age to bond with. If Sasha thought she would make no friends, she was very wrong. A lot of people don't know this, but Sasha and Vice President Joe Biden's granddaughter Maisie Biden were, and still are, best of friends. They hit it off almost immediately and even played basketball together. But apart from basketball, the two girls share an obsession with soccer. In an interview with Dax Shepard in 2021 for his Armchair Expert podcast, Obama revealed that he still has fond memories coaching Sasha and Maisie's fourth-grade recreational league basketball team, the Vipers. Their friendship was the typical preteen friendship. They even had sleepovers. Joe Biden himself said this at a Democratic National Committee meeting in 2009. He recounted how, during the year's meeting, Maisie asked if she could have a sleepover with the Obama kids. Biden's wife, Jill, arranged the sleepover with Michelle Obama in the hotel where the families were staying. He walked into the room and found Maisie and Sasha asleep and cuddled up close together. That must have been such a pretty sight, but if you still wonder how Maisie and her siblings truly feel about Sasha and her sister, you should watch their interview with Today in 2021. In that interview, the siblings spoke quite highly of Sasha and her sister. Finnegan Biden told Today that they came out so grounded, so humble, and they are so smart and driven. That is rather impressive. Sasha spent her formative years in the political spotlight and suffered multiple backlash, like when Elizabeth Lawton, communications director for Congressman Stephen Fincher, called her and Malia out for their short skirts at a Thanksgiving ceremony. Even with all that, Sasha kept an admirable personality. It is no wonder that she made the list of the 25 most influential teens of 2014 by Time magazine. Sasha's school life wasn't so different. After her family moved to D.C., Sasha attended the prestigious Sidwell Friends School. We don't know if she made many friends, but we know Sasha was active in many sports, like soccer, dance, gymnastics, piano, tennis, etc. Maisie Biden also attended Sidwell, so Sasha was definitely socially comfortable. But not everything about Sasha was normal. For one, her parents are wealthy billionaires. Also, only a few teens in the world walk around with Secret Service agents. Imagine going on dates with a team of men dressed in black and watching your every move. Sasha's father on The Late Show with James Corden said he doesn't think his daughters would ever consider Secret Service because of this. In his words, them as teenagers and having Secret Service guys follow them when they were going on dates, I think probably has shut down their interest in public service. They still have PTSD from our guys talking into their wrist microphones. The Secret Service also taught Sasha and her sister how to drive. They even taught her incredible tricks and gave her a secret name, Radiance. That was such a beautiful name. Not many teens have the special privilege of attending a U.S. state dinner or even meeting Ryan Reynolds. Sasha Obama did both in one night. Well, even on this unique night, Sasha Obama's reaction was super relatable. This state dinner was in 2016. There is a great photo op where Sasha met Reynolds. The overexcitement on Sasha's face is exactly how other teens, and even adults, would feel during that moment. She even had the opportunity to travel to several countries as a member of the first family. She visited countries like China, Cuba, Italy, the UK, etc. It was during her visit to Cuba that we learnt she is fluent in Spanish as she showed her language skills. However, one of Sasha's greatest social media controversies happened in 2016 when she did something no one would ever expect a daughter of the President of the United States to do: wait tables. Yes, in the summer of 2016, Sasha validated millions of teens around the world when she took a summer job. And it wasn't just any summer job. She got a job at Nancy's, a seafood restaurant on the island of Martha's Vineyard. If you had visited during that summer, chances are that you might have been served by a first daughter. As the Boston Herald later reported, 15-year-old Sasha Obama worked the takeout window. She also manned the cash register, tidied up tables, and prepped the restaurant for the lunch rush. But there was a little twist. She was accompanied by Secret Service agents. Now, that is a sight everyone would love to see. A fellow waiter told the Boston Herald, "We were wondering why there were 6 people helping this girl, but then we found out who it was. That is one job her colleagues would not forget in a hurry." But 2016 must have been a very busy year for the youngest Obama, as she was also spotted at Jay-Z's Made in America music festival in Philadelphia, rocking out to Rihanna's set. But she is not just a Rihanna fan, she is a huge Beyoncé fan too. On her 15th birthday that year, she, along with her sister and mother, went to Baltimore to see Beyoncé. That wasn't the first time they would be traveling for Queen Bey either. The trio traveled to Atlanta in 2012 and Chicago in 2013 and 2014 for Beyoncé's concerts. But Sasha didn't go to see Beyoncé for her Sweet 16. She threw a huge party instead, and she looked quite stunning. Sasha wore a fabulous red dress by Jill Stewart. Of course, photos leaked on social media as usual. It was also in this year, 2017, her father's second term came to an end, and she was plunged into yet another controversy. Everyone was happy to see the outgoing first family during Obama's farewell speech. But there was one problem. Sasha was missing. The internet went wild. People wondered how she could miss such an important event and where she might be. As it turned out, she was busy. CBS News. White House correspondent Mark Knoller broke the news on Twitter, revealing her location. He says she stayed back in D.C. because she had an exam at school the next morning. Michelle Obama confirmed this in a television appearance on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. In that same year, she was rumored to be dating Chris Milton. Her mother bore the brunt of it when her looks were mocked, and she was accused of being a man. Blogs then speculated that Sasha and her sister couldn't be the biological daughters of the couple. However, this controversy was nothing to what she faced when she was rumored to be dating Pennsylvania state legislator Malcolm Kenyatta. For context, Kenyatta is openly gay. Of course, she never responded to these controversies. She would rather spend her time dancing with celebrities. She even danced with Prince. Barack Obama revealed this in an interview on the Netflix series My Next Guest Needs No Introduction with David Letterman. Prince asked Sasha to come up and dance, and she's an excellent dancer. Maybe it is easy for Sasha to ignore public onslaughts because she is quite tough inside. Even her father is afraid of her. Obama himself explained that she is a mini Michelle. She has the same look and the same attitude. He and Malia call themselves the long faces, and Sasha and her mother are the round faces. He says the round faces are a fiercer tribe, and he tries to keep the peace with them. He also recounted a time they went to Russia, and Sasha refused to try caviar even when she was asked to. She said that it looked slimy, so she wouldn't do it, and she didn't. Speaking to InStyle, he said, She is completely confident about her own take in the world and is not cowed or intimidated, and she has never been by anybody's titles or credentials. If she thinks something's wrong or right, she will say so. Her sister also described her as the queen of confidence. Apart from her fierce attitude, there is something else you might not know about the youngest Obama. She is on social media. And I'm not talking about her X account where she has few tweets. Sasha's on Snapchat too, and maybe even on Instagram. You may not find Sasha Obama's Instagram account anytime soon, but that doesn't mean she's not there. According to The Hill, her father confirmed at a 2017 Hillary Clinton rally that she is. In another interview with Jimmy Kimmel Live, he explains how she taught him to use Snapchat. Sasha gave me instructions on Snapchat. She showed him how it works and what features it has. He enjoyed the lesson, but soon started discussing the implications of social media with his wife at the table. Unknown to him, Sasha recorded and sent his speech to her friends, saying, "This is my dad lecturing us on the meaning of social media," and she took a picture of herself looking bored. That must have been hilarious. We wish Sasha and her sister didn't have to hide their social media handles. They seem like such fun. Her verified X account was created in August 2017 and only has 17 tweets. On IG, a fan page dedicated to her boasts of 13.5K followers. Even though they only post pictures everyone has already seen of her. Well, on June 9th, 2019, Sasha Obama accomplished a major milestone. She graduated from high school. Unlike her sister who went to Harvard, Sasha attended higher education at the University of Michigan. Unfortunately, this caused a stir among the public as some people attacked her for not being as smart as Malia. Even though it was not revealed why she didn't opt for an Ivy League school, people already concluded that her grades did not make the cut. It certainly didn't matter that she was dragged to shreds for missing her father's farewell speech to prepare for a test years earlier. The Detroit News chatted with some Michigan students in 2019 who confirmed that Sasha was on campus and unsuccessfully avoiding attention. One student even told the outlet, "I was walking by pushing a vacuum and she walked out right in front of me. I said, 'Excuse me.' It was a crowded hallway with her and some Secret Service dudes." The student said having her on campus was pretty cool. Sasha was later photographed walking to class, wearing a black mini dress and carrying a telfar. Twitter falsely claimed that her bag cost $700 and she was immediately called out. Fans immediately defended her by pointing out that the purse was actually priced at $300. Sasha eventually transferred from Michigan to the University of Southern California somewhere in 2022. She also moved in with her sister into a stunning Upper West Side apartment. But would you believe their home has very minimal furniture? And no, this is not because they are minimalists. In her book, Michelle Obama's The Light We Carry, she said Sasha and her sister managed to make their new apartment home, even though they were on a tight budget. They looked for deals in IKEA and even shopped for bargains at yard sales and flea markets. They were sleeping on box springs and mattresses with no bed frames, but they found some pretty bedspreads to cover it all. They had a dining room table, though they hadn't yet found affordable chairs. Obviously, Sasha has a very tight relationship with her sister. Their mother told people, "The thing I love the most is those two girls are each other's best friend." In an old video on the internet, the two girls were seen doing a reunion dance after meeting each other after a long while. But her sister is not the only tight relationship she has. In 2022, the Daily Mail reported that Sasha was in a relationship with Clifton Powell Jr., the son of actor Clifton Powell. Clifton Jr. used to be a basketball player at the collegiate level, but is now a commercial director for sports brands like Nike and Peloton. Powell's father confirmed their relationship during an appearance on the Dear Fathers podcast. "Mr. Obama has a daughter that is dating my son. Now, I have an opportunity and a responsibility to make my son responsible, gentle, kind, loving, and supportive. I text him all the time and I say, 'Treat Sasha like you would want somebody to treat your daughter.'" This news came shortly after Michelle opened up about her daughter's dating lives on The Ellen Show. Now they're bringing grown men home. Before it was just like pop bands. Now they have boyfriends and real lives and all that stuff. At least Sasha no longer has to go on dates with the men in black. This freedom has pushed Sasha to do several things like get a tattoo even though her mother hates them. She even takes picnics under trees, reads her favorite novels, and enjoys smoke, which has further exposed her to more backlash. Well, Sasha doesn't seem to mind. Now that she has her time to herself, she is indulging in many fun activities. She's a talented volleyball player boasting impressive stats with 1,028 kills and 572 blocks to per game. And she is making a ton of money and is living quite an enviable lifestyle that many can only dream of. Many people don't know this, but she is worth an estimated $1.5 million. Sasha owns two very expensive luxury cars, a BMW X7 and a Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon. The X7 is a full-size SUV known for its powerful engine, and the G-Wagon is famous for its capabilities and sleek design. Both of them cost more than $200,000. Sasha is from a wealthy family, so she owns an impressive Washington, D.C. home that covers 8,500 square feet and includes 9 bedrooms. Her bedroom is also the coolest one in the building. She and her family also own a holiday mansion in Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts, which is valued at $11.7 million. It has 7 bedrooms and 2 guest wings, an outdoor swimming pool, and an open rooftop perfect for enjoying the scenic beauty. It spans 29 acres with a private beach and a boathouse. Sasha makes most of her money from speaking engagements, book deals, modeling contracts, etc. She gives talks at business events, colleges, and other institutions. Her fee is estimated at $50,000 each. She also signed a modeling contract with IMG Models and has since been featured in ads for high brands like Dior and Calvin Klein. She earns about $1 million annually from only modeling. Just like her parents, Sasha also became an author. She authored a children's book titled Sasha's Garden in 2022. It was a bestseller and received many reviews from critics. She is also a talented artist, but she shares her paintings and drawings with family and friends only. She also has a beautiful singing voice and even sings at private events. She even loves to cook and experiments with new recipes for her family. There is just a lot to Sasha Obama. She is a fashion icon, and even Drake has reposted her outfits a few times. She loves cargo pants, crop tops, boho-style skirts, and baggy jeans. She is passionate about environmental conservation and mental health and is a vocal advocate for a fair society. She might not be interested in public service, but she is loud in her fight against injustice. After George Floyd was killed in 2020, Black Lives Matter protests started, and Sasha took part in the marches. When her father spoke to Anderson Cooper for CNN, he revealed that she and her sister believe in standing up for what is right. What you and I might have tolerated as, yay, that's sort of how things are, their attitude is, why? Let's change it. They're not just interested in making noise, they're interested in what works. Sasha graduated in May 2023 and received a degree in sociology. As usual, the family didn't share any pictures, but P.O. Up shared photos of Sasha dressed up in academic regalia. But the first time we ever heard adult Sasha speak was in the Becoming Netflix documentary, made with her mother. There, she expressed how proud she is of her mother.